What's up, everyone? So today I just got in the mail NRC mirror block-off kits for my Ducati 959, and figured I would just do a quick video and install them on the bike, and I'll show you why I went with this option in a second here. So, as you can see, I broke off my left mirror a couple days ago. I mean, it was my fault, but I feel like I barely bumped into it, and it just snapped off. I kind of hit it with my ass as I was walking past, and just broke off. So I figured, might as well just get the block-offs. Got some bar end mirrors coming, and gonna install those. So for right now, we'll put the block-offs on and see how it looks. Yeah, the NRC, I've had a chance to look at them. They look decent. So this is what they look like. Not too shabby. All right, so I'm kind of going along filming while I kind of learned this, but if you check under here, see if we can get the right here. These two bolts are what's going to hold this brace down, and then the wire runs underneath here. So there's going to be a wire clip that you're going to have to take these two bolts out and then unclip it, and then that's when we put in the block-offs there. So it looks like we're going to need about a size 4 Allen wrench. You want to be careful when you're doing this. Make sure you don't scratch up anything. That's why I put the microfiber down, just to kind of shield anything from getting scratched on the tank, especially on the tank. Since you're underneath the fairing here, it's not too bad. Move this out of the way. Alright, disconnected. Now we're just going to lift up on the fairing and bring it through. Cool. So one thing we're going to notice right off the bat is I don't believe you're going to be reusing the existing bolts on there. Namely because it's not going to go through there, and I don't think that would look right. They provide bolts with it. So looks like we've got some long bolts here with some washers that are going to go I believe through here like so, and that looks a little bit more flush, so we're going to need a smaller Allen wrench, which hopefully I have, and then we are going to, looks like we have little nut and a little washer that we can put on the end, and then they've got like a little rubber cap, which looks like it'll probably go on the end as well when it's all said and done. May have to trim, I'm not sure, we'll find out. So anyways, so first things first, let's feed the wire through. Oh, by the way, the little Allen for these, the bolts that come with it are 1/16. Seems to be about right, the right size. So. Yep. Huh, not bad. Pretty bright. Let's see what it compares to the other one though. Yeah. Definitely not as bright. Put them both on here. Yeah, definitely not as bright, but they'll do. Not as 100% concerned with the front one, I guess, but I would say overall it's about probably half as bright, to be perfectly honest. So take that for what you will. So we've got our first one on. So I'll go ahead and do the second one. We don't got to film that since it looks pretty much exactly the same, and we'll see how it looks overall. All right, so while doing the second one, I just realized something that I forgot to do. I'm gonna have to go back and fix. On the first one, don't forget to put, I think it's probably best to put there's a rubber thing on top and there's a rubber thing on bottom. You can see it, they're rubber, it's there right now, it's on there. When I took it off, I forgot to put it back, and it's probably a good idea, to prevent any kind of rattling and just, you know, protect the fairing underneath. I don't think you need to on the top, mainly because the rubber for the top one is made for the, let's see, that's the wrong one. The rubber for the top one is made to go in between the mirror, so it's not really going to fit your new thing. But I think you should probably leave the bottom one on just to prevent any kind of rattling, and or just provide like a rubber cushioning for the fairing. So don't forget about that part. Oh, also another thing that I had mentioned earlier was these. So that's the let me see if we can see it here. Those are maybe not. Those are the screws underneath, and I mentioned about these little rubber I guess caps that they send. They're pretty long and the screws aren't that long, so I think the best thing you can do is just cut them, and then it'll provide like a protection from water against them. So I think that's what these are for. Just cut them with scissors to size, and then put the end caps on just to protect it from rusting and everything like that. All right, so I got the block offs on. So just a note, that rubber bit, I added it back on here. Try not to make the same mistake I did. Taking this back off kind of sucked, and I thought you had to unclip the wire in order to get the rubber part on, and you don't, and I just like wasted probably 20 minutes figuring that out. But overall, not too bad. We got this on, we got that on, both sides. Overall, kind of definitely has a more of a track bike look to it now. So yeah, overall, you know, at least for my review, the overall I guess aesthetics of the NRC mirror block off kits, I'd give it like I'd give it a B. I mean, it's not the best looking thing block off out there. I mean, it could be slightly more sleeker, but overall not too bad. The brightness is pretty good. Wish it was a little bit brighter, but not too worried about it. As far as ease of installation, as long as you have the right tools that I named earlier, I think it's pretty damn easy to do. So one of the cool advantages I've heard people say too is because of the nature of how they look, you can see them from when you're riding now. So that's actually probably a really big safety bonus, because to be honest, I honestly think, aside from people hitting us or like blowing through an intersection, one of the major safety hazards of riding is accidentally leaving one of your turn signals on. A lot of times drivers think you're turning, and this is really cool that you can actually see it. So I don't foresee myself ever forgetting that I left my turn signals on again. So yeah, not too bad. Looks pretty good. Actually, the bike looks really good like that. But yeah, overall, you know, pretty happy with them. So next up, we'll be doing the bar and mirrors, because you got to have mirrors. Some of you are probably wondering about that right now, but I wish that you didn't need them, but honestly, for my own safety, obviously, I'm gonna need mirrors. So I'm getting new CRG arrows with the Kyle Racing bar ends that are made for them. So on the next video, we'll be installing those. So until next time.